What is going on, guys? TKD123 video, and man, it's been a minute since I've done the intro. It's been a minute since I've made a traditional video, and that's just because you know how it goes in the end of the year. News is kind of slow, news is kind of, just not there. Everyone's off on the holiday break doing their thing, whatever, what I'm saying, especially the game devs, whatever. So there's not a ton of news going around, but there is one news thing that we got today that I, of course, want to talk about. And this flows perfectly with my stream I did yesterday. That is my Curse of Osiris Destiny 2 stream, so go check out that. I, just went through that DLC. It was about 2 hours long, 3 hours long, just around there. It wasn't, the greatest DLC. I will say, it was very, very annoying with the constant barrage of enemies just to get through some place. I'm saying, but the overall story and the overall concept was really cool. It's just that, it was a little bit annoying at times and stuff like that. But beside the point, I enjoyed my time with it. I enjoyed my time with Destiny 2. It was fun to get back to it, and looks like we'll be getting a lot more DLC content going into 2018 with the second expansion coming for Destiny 2. Now, of course, if we look to Destiny 1 for inspiration, we have the base launch of the game, we have 2 expansions, then we have the year 2 big, massive update that was The Taken King. So it looks like here we'll be getting our second expansion, with the first one being Curse of Osiris that we already got in early December. And looks like here there was a leak on PSN. Now, of course, I can't show any screenshots, can't show anything like that, just because I do not want to be sued by, Activision or whoever would take down this video. But I will be referencing stuff, and Google is your friend. IGN got their stuff on lock, and I'm pretty sure even if I put screenshots I wouldn't get in trouble, but just to save just to save my ass, I'm not gonna do anything like that. So Google is your friend on this case. But it looks like here that PSN, specifically speaking about the US and the Japanese one, have straight up accidentally leaked the next expansion for Destiny 2, and it's called Gods of Mars. And I'll just read the description straight up here. It says that Destiny 2 Expansion 2 Gods of Mars sends your guardian on a long journey to a brand new destination, the frigid Vale of Mars, with an array of new missions, adventures, and enemies to fight. Charlemagne has reawoken on Mars and has imprisoned Rasputin within an ancient vault. Work with the elusive Anna Bray, long thought to be dead, in order to combat Charlemagne's remnants, free Rasputin, and uncover the secrets of Clovis Bray. Now, to add some context to this, just to be fair, just to be completely 100% fair here, they spell Charlemagne with an E instead of an A, so it's Charlemagne, as opposed to Charlemagne that we know in real life, which is Charlamagne. So, because while I was reading this, I really thought they were talking about Charlemagne, bro. I really thought they were talking about Charlemagne. Can you just imagine if we get the Destiny 2 expansion, okay? Like, if we hear of, this elusive dark figure that is Charlemagne, and, and we're like, oh my god, is it gonna be cool? Is it gonna be like, just like the Taken King? Is it gonna be dope? And we get this expansion, and it's really just Charlemagne from real life. Like, they actually paid him to do, mocap and everything, and they have him in the game as the main enemy in the Destiny 2 expansion too. I think that would be great. Obviously, that's not what they're going for, but I think it'd be awesome to fight Charlemagne in Destiny 2. And I don't know if maybe I've been a little bit out of the loop on the whole lore of Destiny at this current point. I'm not sure if, these people haven't said before, but, Clovis Bray, Anna Bray, Charlemagne, the Frigid Vale of Mars, obviously the Frigid Vale of Mars is a different area that we'll be exploring in this new expansion, if this is true and everything, which it seems legit to me, honestly. Like, if it's on PSN, it seems pretty legit in my opinion. But, if we have all these characters, I'm not 100% sure if we've seen these before, or if maybe I just missed them in some different lore like that we know of from Destiny 1 or whatever, or maybe these are just brand new characters that they just wanted to name here on the description. But as far as I can tell from just at least my knowledge of the lore, I don't really know these people, to be that frank about it. So I'm thinking that maybe these are brand new characters, but these also could be characters that we know in the lore. Maybe I'm just forgetting them, or just missed their overall presence in the lore. So if you let me know down in the comments below if we know these characters from any of the Destiny content that we've received in the previous years and stuff like that, because I don't personally remember or really recognize any of these names, as far as I can tell. And let's also check up on the features that we'll be getting here with this expansion too. Now, it says that you'll be, of course, be able to explore the Frigid Vale, a new destination that conceals the mysteries of Clovis Grove and Charlemagne's vault beneath its surface and stuff like that. So that was obviously in the description. And along with that, we'll also be getting new story missions and adventures. That's obviously par for the course. We also have new themed weapons, armor, and gear to earn. New co-op activities, so I'm assuming that means public events and etc. and stuff like that. We also have a new competitive multiplayer multiplayer arena, so I'm thinking those are going to be maps that we'll be able to explore. Maybe they take place on the Frigid Veil of Mars and stuff like that. And lastly, we also have a new faction and bosses. Now, to highlight the new enemy faction, I think that is going to be Charlemagne's Remnants. I think that is what we'll be doing here, and I think also that might be kind of enveloped in the new factions that we already have in Destiny 2. So I think you'll be able to join Charlemagne's Remnants and become a part of that faction, and just kind of earn and really upgrade and level up that faction if you join that one. So I think that will be added into the game. That's just my guess. I'm not sure if it's gonna actually happen, but like that's just kind of my guess there, especially if they say there's gonna be a new enemy faction and we have the naming of Charlemagne's Remnants. I do think that this will be the new faction that they are talking about. So overall, at least to me, this looks pretty cool. I'm a fan of it. I'm saying I love my Destiny, so I'll take any Destiny 2 content, and of course you all will see it here on the channel, playthrough on stream. Of course you'll be seeing that as well. And to just further on comment, there really isn't a nailed down date for when this comes out, but they do have a date here on the PSN screenshot, and it says that it's coming out in March 2018. Now, I don't necessarily buy this March 2018 release, right? And I think this will eventually be pushed for a little bit, just because if we look, to what's happened recently with, the game and everything with Destiny 2, there's been a lot of issues with the game, okay? And like, I haven't talked about them a lot on the channel just because, it feels like every week there is something that the community of Destiny has something, to complain about, or they have an issue about with the game, whatever. Like, I think there was one thing that right before holiday break, they had this gun release and it was super OP, and rather than the guys at Bungie going in and fixing it, which would have taken a little bit more time than they thought it would have, they actually just gave it to Xur and let everyone have access to this OP weapon now, and that's rather than fixing it, because I guess they said that it would have taken a lot of time and resources to fix that gun before holiday break and everything, stuff like that. So there's just a lot of issues going on with this game that I feel that they had to address before this ever comes out, I think, in my opinion. So I feel like this will be delayed. And also, if we look back to the original Destiny, okay, the Dark Below, the first expansion, came out December 9th, 2014. That directly falls in line with the same time frame as when the Curse of Osiris came out for Destiny 2. It's around that same early December range, so that one checks out. But we got House of Wolves on May 19th, all the way in May, late May, heading into the summer. So I feel like this March date seems a little bit too, I don't know, it just seems a little bit too early for me. I feel like they wouldn't, drop this in March 2018 unless they are just on the ball and they really, have these expansions cooking and they really have it done by March. Then by all means, okay, whatever, just put it out. But I feel like maybe this March date might be a little bit too early. And plus I feel like if we look at where March is set, and if we're not supposed to get the big update until let's say September, I'm saying that year 2 Destiny whole thing where we got the Taken King in September of 2015, I'm saying, I feel like if we put out in March, that might be a little bit of a big gap in between those two. So I feel like pushing it to May is a great kind of way to have it kind of be somewhat spread out throughout the year. And of course, obviously, what is not mentioned here along this leak, whatever, is that I'm also hoping that they raise the level cap. I assume they will, because they usually do when they put out a big update, whether it be one of the small expansions or the big year 2 stuff. They usually up the light level and the level cap to a higher degree. So hopefully they will do the same here with this. But if you're gonna ask me the validity of this whole thing, I think this is true. I think there's a good shot of this. It is one thing to get leaks from Reddit or from random Reddit posts that just say that, oh yeah, I have intel from Bungie, and there's other users that leak where they have a little bit more credibility, where they have a track record of being right about things and stuff like that, and they have clear sources. And there are those leaks, but then there's leaks like this where they're on PSN, where they're on something official, where they're on something that it's kind of hard to get something that's fake put on PSN, what I'm saying? Like, for example, we got that God of War release date leak that was a few weeks ago, and that was going to be for March 2018, what I'm saying? So I feel like if it's on PSN, it's a totally different beast at that point, and it speaks volumes to its validity, and I feel like it is definitely somewhat true here. Like, I think this is pretty legit, honestly, in my opinion. But that was what we got today here on Destiny 2, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share down below, and make sure to check out my streams on the channel. I'll I'll be streaming a ton of video games going into the new year and stuff like that, and I will be, you know, doing a lot of things to the channel that I am, you know, currently drafting and currently working on, and expect, you know, some new things here coming to the channel here in the coming weeks, and just a lot of me also going on with follower and stuff like that, and even with this channel as well. So definitely expect a lot of new things here, and maybe a revival of Scramble Saturdays, perhaps, maybe, who knows, but you know, a lot of good things coming to the channel here in 2018. But on that note, if you want to join, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share down below. I appreciate the video you guys give me. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.